the first from PD, I believe. Hey, because Lewis is taking the next.
Does this have any update, Mr. Chen?
No, based on her card, it said no update.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Chair. So for my update, actually, since the new restructuring, I must admit that it's kind of like on the passive side. I still do some of this stuff, but actually for BIE zero, it's actually one of the part of the campaign, and the one of the friction in the application actually the reassignment and the pricing structure. But actually, for the monthly and weekly prices discount, we've already applied it. And when I see in the stats of in the Airbnb dashboard, it's most of our listings actually have been applied with this structure. It's only that the last minute booking and also the early booking as well as the non-refundable policy that is having difficulty in kind of like being applied. Actually, I have a question regarding this one. Non-refundable policy actually requires the particular property to be under flexible cancellation policy. And for some of our properties that are not under the flexible cancellation policy, do we have to actually reconfirm with the owners?
Wait, that part struck me as really weird. So you're saying non-refundable policy goes on, they have to have a flexible cancellation policy?
Yes. So on top of flexible cancellation policy, we can offer a 10% discount for a non-refundable policy. So it's like a gamble for them.
I'm trying to imagine why you would have non-refundable on flexible. It seems like there are.
So if we apply it to our listing, the guests will see two things. First, the normal price, but it's under flexible cancellation policy, but they can get a 10% discount, but it's non-refundable.
Oh, right.
But there are no options for moderate and non-refundable. So only flexible and non-refundable.
Okay, I got it. So it's gambling that they won't cancel, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And if they do cancel, we get paid.
Yeah, if we apply for the moderate one, but most of our listing is actually already flexible, but only for the moderate one, we should still reconfirm to guests. That's what I'm asking.
I see.
Yes, to owners.
Okay, got it. I don't really believe. I have no data to prove this yet, but I don't really believe any guest will go for a non-refundable, especially coming to Bali where there's no certainty at all whether or not you can get in, right? So yes, they might be able to get a 10% discount. Is that correct? They would get a discount.
We can actually set it, but the default is 10%. Correct.
Okay, got it. I'm not thinking that is actually a policy most guests will feel inspired to choose. So I don't. Okay, this is kind of an interesting one, right? So will owners? I don't see it happening. I really don't see it happening. I don't see like a lot of guests would book that, and it's sort of like the way I process it in my mind right now. It's like asking for a really high price and hoping somebody will book a few nights, right? So it's the same sort of approach, like asking for a non-refundable policy and gambling that somebody will be silly enough to actually book it, given all the restrictions and such, in order to get a 10% reduction. To me, that doesn't seem very viable business-wise. But I'm curious.
I'm sorry, sir. Do we want?
It doesn't seem very viable business-wise that people would go for that. That I mean, guests would go for that. But maybe you can tell me more about why you think it would work.
Right, sir. Actually, should we bring it to discussion?
Yeah, let's bring it to discussion.
Mr. Chair actually just tried to remind.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Vidi.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. So for the other, and thank you very much, Mr. Jing, for the response. For B0 and for B51, actually, we still have not had any bookings from Traveloka. But I've requested Aldo for a meeting with the account manager, and also Andre is still monitoring Traveloka. So it's still not under production, still development.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Vidi, for the update. I believe the question will be saved for the discussion in soon board, so I'll just move on to my update. For my update, I've got, you can see the agent funnel, and today I've got the second deal for the agent, and I've just got the job poster I requested from the marketing, so I will start posting it real soon. Yep, that's all for my update. Oh wait, you actually asked me. Oh, sir, about the question that you post on the activities, so we just discuss it in the discussion management board, I guess. Hello, sir. Hello.
Excuse me. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, the comment that you post on my card, so we just discuss it in the discussion management board.
Let's wait for Lewis to get back. But I think that what you're doing right now is actually pretty interesting. Yeah. I think let's wait for Lewis to get back to get everybody in. But I think sure. Okay. I guess we can discuss and get. Yeah, sure. Let's discuss it. Let's discuss it. Yeah.
Okay.
And then when Lewis gets back, we'll update her on the update on our discussion.
That's all from my update. I believe there is no question, so we'll move on to Tara's update, if you have any.
Okay, thank you. My updates is that on Monday I held a discussion with Mas Gani and Mas Rizal, and I discussed talked about with Jing on Friday regarding how we're probably going to switch back to the old page for any upcoming Facebook ad campaigns, and as well as regarding just like website migration as a whole, and how we have to make sure that there's a way to like undo it all, because it's quite uncertain on how, I guess, how effective it would be to fully migrate at the moment. And I just told them that they have to be very careful in terms of like, maintaining the domains and URLs and stuff, so that we don't lose our SEO benefits and such. And besides that, I've just been doing the cross-chapter campaign stuff. And I mean, I have some updates regarding Wayana's card, but I mean, I guess we can wait until we reach her first. So yeah, that's for my updates. Thank you.
Thank you, Tara. Do anybody have question? No? Okay, we'll move on to Jinx if you have any updates.
No updates on my side. Joseph, no updates on my side.
Nope. Okay, and then Wayan, you can start with the update.
Okay, so from my card, after this, I had one more response yesterday, and I already give the orientation. So also I update the number here on the top, and also I screenshot the newest. We get like 4,490 people reach and 1,110 post engagement, and spend $8.30. So that's what the newest update from this post flyer. Anybody have any questions?
Yep, Tara.
I have a question because I got Mas Rizal to make we figured out how to add like the link to your WhatsApp and stuff on the ads, and I just wanted to ask if that has changed anything. I mean,
I think it's working. I got new one yesterday, and I asked where is usually the ad, and then it's from IG. So
okay.
I already gave the orientation, and I'm waiting for him to come back to me to what you call decided.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, it is having an effect, so that's good. I just wanted to see. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Do anybody has any other question? No? Okay, then maybe Mrs. Secretary, can you share your screen and let us know the summary of today's update?
Yeah. Okay. Wait. Okay, there we go. All right. So from Gatwili, there are more updates. People are not here. From Gatwili, apparently the monthly and weekly discounts have already been applied, and that last minute early bird and non-refundable have issues with the application of discounts. And according to Jing, even though there's no data yet, it doesn't seem very viable that guests would go for something that's non-refundable. regarding the circumstances, but this will be discussed later in discussion. And then there are no bookings yet from Traveloka. And then from Joseph, he's already asked marketing for our content for a poster, and we'll start outreach again soon. We should also wait for Gatlilis to come back first before we like fully discuss, but we're also going to discuss in the discussion management later too. And then, yeah, I've already had a discussion with Masriza and Gani regarding website migration and Facebook ads, and I've been doing cross-chapter campaign stuff. We will add that too. There are no updates from Ding, and Moana has received one more response yesterday, has done orientation as well, and there's some effect from having a WhatsApp link on the ads. So yeah, I hope I didn't miss anything. Back to the chair.
Okay, thank you, Tara, for the summary. Okay, so I guess we'll move on to the tableau. Okay, so for the last for this month, we actually got like 22,000 revenue, and it's more than December, even though, yeah, I don't know, maybe the booking has not yet happened, but I believe it's a good sign. And then for daily, yesterday we had a quite high number, which is 7, and it has happened a lot. Yep, that's all from my insight on this revenue. And for the growth, we actually improved from what we were, because I believe when Taras lead the Scrum, it was minus 95%, and now we have minus 94%, 1% better. And yep, we are getting
Hey,
closer to our target. Yeah, we are getting closer to our target, actually. Yeah, that's all from my insight. Do you guys have any other insight?
question.
Yep, sir.
How do we tell if what we're doing with the new campaign management is working? Is that the reason why we're getting closer to our goal?
Um,
Actually, from my side, I think there's like the reason why August was so far from the previous one is actually because of decline from the previous year. It's the sudden increase from July to August on the previous year. July, August 2019. There's a sharp increase. That's why our drop also the growth is the negative growth is even higher. But this one, it might be the case that last year it's also not doing better. But again, we should refer to the previous number that we targeted, right? 93.5.
I have an idea to test that idea then. So what if we then normalize not against 2019 but 2018, where the growth was very moderate from July to
Yep.
August?
Yep. Is it possible?
I guess we can do the math real quick. So
Yeah, we can do it real quick. Yeah.
okay, let me just do the math real quick then. Joseph, you got your number on the screen, right?
Yep.
Okay, so 258. Okay, so 258,570. Okay, thank you. And what is it
This is
right
not
now?
from
Right now it's 22,349. Okay, so I divided it. We're about at 8% of where we are in September. Then okay, September this year so far, 8% of September 2018. Okay, let's take a look. 8.6%. Let's take a look at the August numbers then.
August
Okay, August
2018.
is 30,000. Okay, 300,000. Sorry, it's 300,000. 300,000. Okay, and it was 25,000. 306,000. Let's see, and 25,000. 5,000. Oh, okay, let's just use 25,000. 8.1%, Vidi. So we're already higher than the September. We're higher in September, in the middle of September, normalized on August of okay on 2018, which had less of a shift. We've already normalized it, so it looks like we're doing better than we would have done.
Yeah, perhaps. Yeah, seems like it.
Okay, so something is changing. The only thing I can't figure out, right, is this video. I can't figure out what would the booking pace and weekly sales have been if we didn't do anything. That part
We
is,
will get around 22,000 ish, right, at the end of the month.
but we're already at 22,000 at before the end of the month,
Yeah, exactly.
so that's good. That's ahead of schedule then.
That's good, right? Yeah, as I've said before, if we consider that we encapsulate the previous pattern
Uh-huh.
and we did use two intervals to predicate, it means it is at the acceleration of the previous month.
Okay.
But if we accelerate past intervals, then it means we are surpassing our previous efforts, I guess, our previous conversion.
Good, good. And if you were to attribute one reason to that, what would you attribute the reason?
Looking at the previous booking pace, actually, let's go back to the booking pace.
Okay, let's take a look at that.
Is it just my feeling, or actually, I noticed that for 3 days we actually got stuck in 20,000, if I'm mistaken, because of the cancellation. But
Okay.
and if you look at can we see the density of the previous month, Mr. Chair, compared to the previous month?
Previous month.
Much less dense than the previous month, right?
The booking pace of the previous month.
Oh, okay.
Oh, booking pace.
Consider the density of the booking pace of this month compared to the previous month.
Okay.
So
So I do it like this.
about 35 days, I think, would be good. Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Mm,
Yep. It's thicker. Is it? It is, right? Not yet, right? We've
Oh yeah, I can't see. We'd have to see.
can see.
60
We
days.
still, yeah. Go further back. 46, yeah, something like that.
Okay. So we can compare early August to early September. It's about the same, but then it sort of tapered off on the second week of August. But the second week of September was stronger. Yeah, we've had a stronger second week of September than the second week of August. But third week is when it really picked up.
Independence Day.
Yeah,
Mm.
and that part is a little bit unknown. But it looks like better than, yeah, Biddy?
Looking from the numbers of the revenue stuff, it's better actually.
Yeah. And that's not to be expected because September is generally weaker than August, right?
Yep.
So this is something else. Okay. Okay. I guess we better keep on doing whatever we're doing, right? Because it was better than whatever we were doing before that.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Well, next we'll look at the Arantos. Yeah. So actually, the things that I noticed is different is the popular type. I believe before Villa is like dominating the whole site type, but now Villa is close to the guest house, and the most inquired property is still Raja Bibiu and
That's new, right? That didn't happen before.
It
Oh.
happened before, but I've requested for the monthly price of Nigeria. Has it been sent, Mawayan?
Pardon me?
The price list for Nigeria this month.
Actually, I was.
Yeah, you contacted the manager. I remember you
We
saying.
have the old one, but I asked the new one.
Yes, correct.
Let me see if they come back to me. Actually, I haven't seen the email yet.
Oh, you haven't sent email. Okay.
Okay, babe, could you send that and get that information over to Sweet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I sent an email. Just waiting for them. I think I will ping link to the note again.
Also, can we verify? La Jolla is probably COVID safe. I'm guessing, right? they probably have some sort of cleanliness standard that's compliant with most hotels these days.
I don't know about it, but I can ask Celine actually.
Okay. Can you ask Celine if she can take a look at the Airbnb certification? What is it called? The video for Airbnb?
The CSC list, COVID certification.
Yeah.
CSC.
Okay. And if she can check off all of that, we can then certify La Jolla Bubu as COVID safe, right? And that would definitely help promote its standing on Airbnb.
Yep. Currently, it's still not in our certification list.
Which is bizarre because it should be the number one thing we certify, right? At this point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Joseph, would you be able to scroll down a little bit and see where the other blue CSC properties are?
Okay.
They fallen down? Okay, Kubu Nyang Nyang fell. Wow, Kubu Nyang Nyang fell, despite being, and Villa Vista too as well. Okay, and Atra fell too. Huh, that's strange. Okay, that's weird. Does anybody else think that's weird?
Regarding the CSC,
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be working. People don't seem to care.
yeah, I'm not sure actually. Yeah, I'll have the list in the Tableau to be updated based on the CSC list, and let's see how it fares.
Okay, all right. Let's see. Go ahead.
Okay. I guess can move on to the tracking bookings. For the most booked property, it's still Despacito, and yeah, it's still Villa. Ungasan area is Despacito in Ungasan?
Despacito is in no, it's in Padang.
Okay. So how can it have like the highest? Okay. Do anybody have?
Oh,
any idea?
yeah, because the check-in date. So it's the booking count is how many times it is booked. It doesn't refer to the check-in for. It doesn't mean that it has to be always this month, but the booking check-in is actually the stay for this month. So yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay, thank you, Fidi, for the clarification. Do anybody have any other insight on this? No? Okay, then we'll move on to discussion management board. Okay, I guess we'll start with Fidi's first that you discussed before, Jing, about the non-refundability. So yeah, Fidi, you can.
Okay, yes. So I've just checked the cancellation policy, and apparently now they allow us to mix and match the different cancellation policy on top, and place a non-refundable policy on top. But that's the screenshot. So back to the discussion that we had before regarding whether people actually wants a 10% discount, and like what's the probability of people getting a non-refundable policy and actually they don't show up. And according to Mr. Jing's argument, perhaps a lot of people who will take non-refundable policy actually wasn't meant to, didn't intend to cancel either way. No one intends to cancel, but you know what I mean. Yeah. So what do you guys think?
Actually, for my project, I do something like that too, but I use down payments. So it's like if you want me to block the calendar, you have to pay for the down payment, and then the down payment is not refundable. So no matter what, it will not go back to you. And on the D-Day, if they decided not to do the bookings, they can just not come and don't have to pay for that. Yeah, I don't know if that's an effective method.
Traditional villa rental, yeah. It was always
Yeah.
Here's my call then. Hey, Vidi, why don't you set up an experiment? See what it is that people actually want to do.
Sure.
You know, I don't really know. Maybe there's an opportunity there.
Because the downside of having this cancellation policy discounts actually is because the daily price, the normal price that we must have is actually pretty high. If it makes sense.
Not yet. Wait, say that again.
To protect our lowest priced,
Uh-huh.
we have to increase our set price to compensate for the discounts that we will have. For example,
I see.
now we have like DD's place at 400 something, for example.
Yep.
We have to increase it to 500 so that if people apply for the discount, we will still get the same number.
I see. Okay.
That's the downside of implementing that's why there are three discounts actually: early bird, non-refundable cancellation policy, as well as the weekly or monthly. So we have to consider all those discounts possibility.
Yeah.
Such even after they achieve the least like the maximum discount,
I understand.
our applied price is still the same.
Okay. Then maybe we have a case of chicken and the egg here, right? What needs to come first? Does the minimum price come from the owner first, or does the minimum price come from the market first? So at this point, I've seen all kinds of new low minimum prices I've never seen before already. I saw like places going for 200 that used to go for 800. So I don't even know what it should be. As part of I think our job as, let's say, business intelligence is we should know what that number is, and that number needs to be derived from what that number is. A simple number. The minimum price is where we get a booking pace that is active rather than booking pace that is not active. So I think this could be a negotiation issue where we need to say, hey, look, we can't offer you a minimum rate right now because nobody knows what the minimum rate is. But would you like a chance to earn revenue at this point, right? And it's just a chance to earn revenue. It isn't, whatever it is before.
Yep.
So I think if you approach from that angle, then it frees up your obligations to deliver a minimum average daily rate, which is at this point that is a very dangerous position to hold. I think minimum average daily rate. It's almost better to just say, all right, I target 4 million a month, however way to cut it, and that just has to be that, or you just don't operate.
Yep.
Yeah,
Correct.
that's
so some of the owners actually prefer to not operate because
I know
they have to. The cost of opening up the villa is more than if they leave it be.
Yes, I understand.
And totally that's understandable. But again, actually, some of the owners actually comply. Especially the ones that are working right now, like Block 6. Chris is actually was kind enough to like listen to our suggestions regarding the prices and all the stuff.
Yep.
But some still are willing to not operate more than giving a lower price. So,
Okay. I mean, that's just what it is right now.
Yes.
And ultimately, the most efficient operations, I guess, will be the ones that
Survive.
survive. Yeah. If you close too long, it'll take you. You're not saving money. When you want to get back up to speed again, you'll have to spend that money back into it to get it running again. But okay, on this one, I see where you're coming from. So you just want to make sure that when you stack all the discounts on top of each other, they don't drop.
Yes.
Right. I would operate Vidi on a position of somebody needs that money somewhere, right? Meaning that if this owner won't take it, there's probably an owner out there that will take it. Any booking right now, I think you can even. Do we even do probe reservations with owners anymore?
You mean probe what, sir?
We probe the owners for if they're willing to take a reservation at a certain price.
No. I personally don't do that because there are still real
Okay.
coming up.
Okay, all right. Fair enough. This one I'll leave. I've got to go. This is the real time I've got to go. Right? So I gotta get a finance person in the company. Babe, I think they need you too as well. Yeah. But I'll let you guys continue this conversation. Just update me. I'll take a look and see what the updates are after that. And then Vidi, I'll let you discuss with Joseph about whether or not the agent funnel is ready to put into production. Yeah.
Yeah, just a pre-discussion right before.
Just see if the timing's right and all. Okay. All right, Tara, stay here. We'll take off, and I'll talk to you later. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. See you
Good
guys.
luck, sir. Good
Yes.
luck.